Hello everybody, it's Henry Weederman. I'm working on a Toro Zero turn, and what I'm doing is I'm filling the hydro gears or the hydro cats. I'm using AMSOIL, I'm not advertising for them, 20W50 Zero Turn Hydrostatic Transmission Fluid, Vice, it's commercial grade. Vice using the manufacturer, which is more, and or using Mobile 1, which is a little bit more. And I'm using AMSOIL, so I switched it up. All right, I've drained them in other videos. I showed you how to drain them. So this particular Toro time cutter, 50-inch cut, has two black rubber hoses coming off on each side. So now the trick is, how do I get that oil to go back down in there without any kind of trickery? And I'm not pulling the hydro cats or hydro gears out. I'm not doing that. So what I've done is I put funnels. I bought some inexpensive funnels, you can see them, and I've inserted them. I've used a bracket to hold them. There's a bracket on the side to hold them in place for me. And I've already done a half a quart in this one in less than 3-4 minutes. So you're wondering what that tube is sticking out. I'm going to show you. So what I've done is I've already got a half a quart in this right hand one facing the back of the machine. So I'm going to put another half a quart in. That'll give me 1 quart. It says it takes about 1.5 quarts. I don't want to overfill it. So what I do is I'll just bring it up here to the funnel. And then I use my tube. And what I do is I make the air rise up from the top of the hydro to come up to the top. Give a little bit. Because that's the problem. The air is real slow popping up and it'll blurp and go back down. And I want to have at least 1 quart in each of them before I turn it on and just run it a little bit. I know it takes 1.5 quarts. Now I have a tank coming, and I'm going to mount a tank on this. I can feed both of them naturally, and I just keep the tank full. Right now, this particular model did not have that, so I will modify that and put that in for easement for me for future, and then I'll show you. I'll do the remaining top off oil through that reservoir, but this does make it go down quicker. Like I'm bringing the bubbles up from the very bottom, and now you can see it dropping. That's how quick I can put that amount of oil in there. Otherwise you're going to sit here and wait for every bubble to bubble up. This actually goes a little bit quicker. And we'll right down the tube, and it'll clear itself. Once it clears itself, then I'll pour some more in. Like I said, I'm trying to get that air that's all the way at the bottom of this hydrocat, which is probably a good 1.5 feet down from this fill, and I don't want to pull that hose off. It'd be hard to get it back on. I mean, I could do it, but it goes on the very top of the unit. Okay, so I put in 4 ounces that time. So I'm going to take this down to 16. It'll give me 32 ounces on this one side. Just top it back up. And now there's another 4 ounces. 4 actually be another 4 ounces I'll put in. And just, you can see the air coming up, and you can see how quickly the oil's dropping. I would like to push it all the way down, but it goes down into a 90 elbow in the top of the hydro, so you can't take this hose and run it down in there. I tried. It's buttoned up right against it right now, so, but that's okay because it's slowly draining into the top of the tranny, or the hydro gear, whatever you want to call it. Hydro gear, hydrocat. I call it hydrocat. So it doesn't matter if I move it either. It ain't gonna make a difference. Put the seat down back here. Yeah, it's not making. That makes no difference. And there it goes. So once you pull that air up, it runs right down that, because it's a pretty big hose, 1/2 inch. I'll measure that. It's a 1/2 inch nipple goes in there. Or shark bite nipple is about 1/2 inch, they call it. Not quite a 1/2 inch, but. Oops, made a little mess. And there she goes. And it'll blurp all the way down. Makes a difference helping that air come up. All I'm doing is agitating it so it can have a way to pop back up. So another 4. Let's do 4 more. And I bought it in a 1 gallon, and I'm putting it into a quart for easement. It's cheaper if you buy it in 1 big jug, so that's what I did. Save a little bit of money. Look at the air come up. See? And that's dropping down quick that way. It'd be almost no different if you took it off. And I'm not taking it off. It's a lot of work to take these off. But if you took it off, it'd be a lot of work. And you'd almost have to do the same thing. It'd be very slow. And then you had to put it all back in. This is much easier and worth the effort. See, you can bottom it out on that elbow. But see, you can hear it. I can hear it glurping because I'm pulling up air. I want as much to drain down there as possible because I don't want to have a lot in the tube when I go to cut it. I want it to be drained down. There's little vent plugs that go on the top of this. This is actually what it took out. Little vent tubes. 2 little vent tubes. Each side of it. Tell you if I stop, it don't blurp. And I'm sure the closer I get to the top of it, the slower it's going to go. But it's actually going pretty fast when I do this. Yeah, because I'm pulling the air up to the top. I'm making it drain faster. There it goes. I want it to drain all the way down. You can hear it. And there it goes. And it's down. So that had... And I'm right at 1 quart. One side, just a little bit of tad up. That's good enough for me. I'll just squirt a little squirt. How's that? There we go. All right, so I got 1 quart on the right side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the left side. Start this side. That was pretty quick, and it's easy to keep control and keep it clean. I'll just let that sit. It's gonna gradually drag gravity down. But of course the air not coming up is going to stop it. If you were running it or a vibration, of course it would naturally drain down. See? Just sitting right there. That side slowly going down. We'll make a big mess. You can see the air come up. See the air coming up? See how fast it is? Feel the air is coming up on that now? Just for sticking that in there. I'll let this right one drain a little bit. Get this oil drain out of it. Get this mess cleaned up down here. All right, now we'll do this left side. I get at least a half a quart in it. And there it goes, down the tube. Just agitating the air out of it. Big bubbles there it comes. And there it goes. Once you burp it, goes pretty quick. You can hear it. And there it goes. Gotta run all the way down real quick. See that air coming up. That's all you're doing. You're agitating it so it goes down on the top of the hydro. If it wasn't for that 90, if it was a straight drop in, it would be nice, but that 90 kind of hurts you. Time I'm done with this left one, the right one will be drained really well. I can take that funnel off. I'll put the vents in it just to keep it clean. There she goes. That's going to burp right now. And there it goes. Tried it every other way. Slow pouring it, fast pouring it. That oil gets so it just clings to the side. And this is by far the fastest way I found. Without pulling the whole unit out. You don't want to have to do that now. So that's a half a quart already, just in a few minutes. See how the air is just coming out of there? You can see it coming up. Look at that. I'm excited to test it. I put new shocks on the arms. I adjusted them. This is the one I obtained for free, and I'm bringing it back to life slowly. Got to do the maintenance on them though. All right, we'll finish. I want to go ahead and turn the video off. Now you know how I fill the hydro cats on the top, the hydro gears. You drive gears on each side. About 3 quarts of oil, 1.5 each. I bought 4 just to back up. It's always good to have a little bit on hand in case you have a seal give out. And there she goes. And that 1/2 quart, yeah, it's going to be gone here in a second. Just pull all that air up. And there it goes. Toro Zero. Okay, and that's how I fill them. Again, AMSOIL 20W50 weight. It's really good. I have a customer who's been using it 15 years in his zero turn. He won't use anything else. And he has filters on it. This does not have filters on it. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for tuning in. Hit like, follow, make comments. And that's Henry the Weed Eater Man out on a Toro 50-inch cut, zero turn, put no AMSOIL 20W50, or you can use Mobile 1, or you can use the Toro stuff into the Hydro Cats hydro gears. And that's all I have for you. Have a good night.